the understanding of that movie was, I think, pretty profound. In the beginning, it looked like everybody had a special gift that they were using, and the little one didn't recognize his own until he looked into the mirror. It's like, ah, I love that. Very simple. And I want to explain for those who are on their phone instead of the Zoom. We just seen a little movie about, I call it baby Santa Claus until a big Santa Claus. He had this revelation that he was Santa Claus, and he got to give out these gifts. So just that a little background for you. Okay. So Miriam, what did you think about this movie?
Oh, this one is just, there's so much in this one. It has so much joy, and it's also just truly acknowledging, like when I love the part where he at the end is looking in the mirror and recognizing that he is wondrously made. That he's that there's nothing off with him. He's beautiful. And then all the miracles happen, and then it's like once we realize that in ourselves, we can bring that to others. And there's a quote I found from Hildegard that I feel really sums that up. It's, true joy wells up in a person's heart because he or she knows that the other person has found happiness in mutual recognition and giving. And that's what I feel this story really showed, especially with the little girl recognizing and him giving him giving and her receiving, and then that exchange bringing joy and helping him recognize how to spread that joy. It was really beautiful and so lighthearted.
It was, and I got to watch it a couple times, so got to really watch all the details in it. But it's actually pretty profound, and I like what you says. We're marvelously made, and that was one of the quotes that Ron Roth, at his very last event, spoke of teaching on that, and then prayed for people. So that will always have a special meaning in my heart about how blessed I am to be marvelously made in God's image as his likeness. So how about you, Brother Ryan?
I love this video. What was I just going to say?
He's just in a state of joy.
I'm just in a state of joy. I love it. Yeah. Well, first of all, that reminded me of my elementary school at the beginning there.
There you go.
But what I love about him is that he stayed connected to his heart the whole time. And the first thing that touched his heart was his teddy bear. Yeah. So, he leaves the elementary school just, distraught and sad. Mm-hmm. And he finds the teddy bear. And this whole journey, he's staying connected to his heart. He finds a like-minded reindeer, like-hearted reindeer. And then the reindeer follows him. And, he's just connected the whole time. And then he gives that teddy bear, he gives his heart, what he loves to that girl. And so, you could just see at the end, because he does that, that God just pours love through him. And that's really what propels and powers everything else, is that love.
Who would have thought that we're going to watch movies tonight? There's a nice joy that we do have. But I want to welcome Julian. He's part of our tech team, but I also want him in on our roundtable, because he gets to have fun with us. So, Julian, what did you take out of this little vignette of a movie?
Well, Padre, I have to be honest, I didn't get to watch the video. We had a couple
little details, right?
we had a couple attendees who got bumped off, and I had to think quickly on how to get them back in, and they are back.
Kudos to you, my friend.
But what I was getting I've been trying to tune in to what's the message, and the message that I'm getting is that everything, not just us, but everything is wondrously made. So even kind of what we think are mistakes or some struggles or a challenge, it's all part of that wonder that makes us who we are. And that is a huge gift.
Profound, my friend. And my heart goes out to you, because this is work for you. especially when people get kicked off and don't know how to get back on. You know, us old timers, you know, technology isn't our grace, but for you, Julian, and Maya, you know, Miriam, the tech team, you know, it's such a grace that we have you with us. And you're our piece of cheese tonight, because it's so profound that you can do what you do, you know, unselfishly. So thank you, Julian. Appreciate that. How about you, Bobby? What is your take on this wonderful movie?
Oh gosh, I love this movie. This movie has so many elements of self-acceptance, and you know, I love when he accepted himself. He was able to let something go. He let the school go. He didn't need to have external validation. He decided to accept himself. And as Ryan was pointing out, you know, everything that he took with him that he had gotten from the others, he gave away. The first thing he did was he made friends by giving away what he had. And then he was able to step into his mission. And I love that they used a little redheaded girl with big curly hair. You know, everybody was unique in this film. Every single person, every single creature was unique. And it's just another display of the multidimensionality of God's, you know, brilliance, because it's everywhere you look, there's another version of the divine, which is not going to look like you or me. It's going to look perfect, you know, in its own way. So,
well, I like
that song, Everything is Beautiful in Its Own Way.
Isn't that a song?
Yeah.
Wow. Bobby, what you bring up reminds me of the opportunity we have in this holiday season to see things differently, or see the light that's within the uniqueness of that light. Instead of judging it, explore it, you know, and just allow grace to take over. And you might meet a new friend when you thought that friend was an enemy. So this movie was just spectacular. So to the point.
That's a brilliant movie. That's one of the best movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I love when he finally gets the, you know, everything comes together, and then all the gifts that are in his being come alive.
Yeah.
You know, everybody, you know, the wonderful thing about it, when we have self-acceptance at that level, and when we embrace the divine at that level, everything comes alive, and there's something for everyone. It's beautiful.
Can I add one piece to that, Padre?
Oh, of course.
As I was driving here, because, you know, I love this. We all loved this film from the beginning, and there's so many aspects. And the begining, you know, they're all different. It's I don't know, what is it, the School of Extraordinary, right? They're all different, right? And I think I mentioned this to you guys. I've been watching The Chosen for the last little lately, really into it. And I was struck as I was driving here today. I was like, you know, the apostles, the disciples that were all around Jesus were like the child of misfit toys. I mean, they were all over the place, crazy, doubting, you know, a tax collector. I mean, Mary Magdalene, it was all over the place. And so in a certain way, you would go like, how does this work? And yet they all worked. Each had their piece to bring. And each person was precious in God's eyes. And each person was a part of the puzzle, a perfect part of the puzzle. In their uniqueness, in their imperfection. So